And hello, everyone. Bo Williams here in the WAT 6 News Side newsroom, as we like to do each Friday. I want to get you up to date on what's going on out on the roadways. Of course, rain's going to be an issue for a lot of you, especially today on this Friday, as well as the first half of Saturday. So keep that in mind. May want to give yourself some extra time if you're heading out. As a matter of fact, I do want to take a look at what's happening out there right now. We're going to bring in the TDOT SmartWay cameras for you right now. We actually are watching an incident. This is right here over near Lovell Road. We'll zoom in on this spot for you right now. Have an accident there. This is State Route 131. That's Lovell Road. This is south of the I-40 interchange. This is impacting northbound traffic. You do have some lane closures there that are being impacted. That is right there at Simmons Lane. So again, this is between Parkside and I-40 northbound Lovell Road. Now, with that said, I want to bring in the TDOT SmartWay cameras here for a second, right there at Lovell Road. KFD was responding. You see we have a vehicle sitting right here. It's actually facing the wrong direction. Knoxville Fire had a couple of trucks there. Don't know if that is connected to the multi-vehicle crash that happened on Lovell Road, but they have now left the scene, so the ramp's going to be a lot easier to navigate. But again, you do have that one vehicle sitting there off on the shoulder of the roadway. But I do want to hop back out of this for a second and just show you where the accident is being reported. Again, TDOT still has the alert up right now. We are seeing slowdowns. Of course, there's a lot going on. You've got it's one area where people go in and out of Turkey Creek. You've also got the car dealerships, restaurants, Costco, not far to Parkside, not far up to Kingston Pike as well. So that's a heavily traveled area. You throw in an accident there and it's going to back up and tie up traffic. So just kind of keep that in mind. Plus the rain coming down. And as we showed you there at the ramp there at Lovell Road, just how wet the roads are. We'll bring in another camera here for a second to kind of give you an idea of how the conditions are right now. You see those raindrops on the camera lens. This is I-40. That is eastbound traffic moving away from us. This is just west of Lovell Road, so we'll say between Lovell Road and Campbell Station, give you a better idea of the area we're talking. Traffic's moving okay right now, but it is wet. You don't want to be in a big hurry, that is for sure. You're going to see some slowdowns out there, so again, just kind of be patient. Real quick, usually we'll do this at the end, but we do want to take a look at a couple of spots for you here to give you an idea of what to expect, because we do have that heavy rain that's been coming down at times here today. This is a live look for you right now, I-40 at Paper Mill. So right before you get to that 640 interchange, traffic is starting to slow those two right-hand lanes. A lot of that is because people trying to merge onto 40 eastbound. If you've been through there, others trying to get onto 640 east. Always seems to be a tie-up there, especially those two right lanes really start to log jam, and you throw in some rain, and that's when you see some of those problems pop up. Let's see here. Let's take a look. We're also seeing some delays. Let's pull up the camera. This is I-40. Now, this is eastbound traffic. This is as you're coming out of downtown, right before you get to 640, okay? So traffic is slow westbound near Paper Mill heading to 640. This is traffic coming out of downtown eastbound, or I should say westbound. It was eastbound at Paper Mill, westbound here. So again, heavy traffic for you there, but it is moving. It's not stop and go. It's just heavy traffic for you. Also seeing, let's see, this is eastbound traffic. Do we have an incident here? Yeah, we've got, looks like we've got a couple of vehicles here on the shoulder of the roadway. Okay, so this is 40 eastbound. This is right there near between Hall of Fame, James White Parkway, that area. All right, so not far from 275. Matter of fact, the traffic you see right here, they're coming off of 275 south, merging on to I-40 east, and then you can either branch off and take James White Parkway or continue down to Hall of Fame or just continue on to I-40 east. But you can see it slowing down. You see some of the spray being kicked up. Here comes with looks like a wrecker coming to help out this motorist. But again, this is on that far right-hand shoulder. It will cause a little bit of confusion if you're trying to merge and you got people coming off 275. You've got that distraction on the shoulder of the roadway, so it's good to see everyone starting to slow down through here. Some of these tractor trailers really starting to hit the brakes. So again, watch for that. Just one more thing on top of the rain that you will have to contend with right there in the downtown area on I-40 eastbound near the 275 James White Parkway interchange. All right, we're going to slide east for just a moment, not seeing any major problems out this way. Let's do click on a camera, though. This is going to be I-40 east right there at the Holston River Bridge. Well, of course, as soon as I say that, it goes away. Here we go. Here it comes. And there you go. Traffic right now looks okay, but you can see the spray being kicked up behind these vehicles. That kind of gives you an idea of how much water is out there on the roads. It doesn't take a whole lot to hydroplane. Obviously, 2 hands on the wheel. Don't overdo it. Just be careful out there. Don't be in a big rush, and you're going to be okay. But you can just see the spray being kicked up. So the windshield wiper is definitely going to get a workout. That is for sure. Let's check north of town real quick. 75. This is just north of the Merchant interchange. So between Merchant and Callahan, traffic north and southbound there moving along fine. Again, just another example. You can see, look at the spray behind some of these tractor trailers. You get caught behind one of those, it could be tough to see at times. So just be prepared. And then we do want to head down Alcoa Highway for a second. Let's take a look. Let's see. How about just north of McGee-Tyson? Let's see how traffic there is looking. And it is a little on the heavy side, but not too bad. But again, some standing water out there along Alcoa Highway. But no major stoppages right now, no accidents. So if you're heading to the airport here soon, you should be all right. But just a reminder for you, we'll continue to watch this. There's not a camera right there, and it may just be too far to be picked up by the TDOT cameras on the interstate. But a multi-vehicle crash. This is Level Road, State Route 131. It's impacting the northbound lane. So that's say you're coming from Kingston Pike heading up to the interstate. Right now you've got a northbound left lane of 2 that is blocked. So 1 lane currently blocked. Crew's still working. It's right there near the intersection with Simmons. So to give you a point of reference, if you live out in that area or you frequent that, it's just past, looks like just past Parkside. All right, so we'll say between Parkside and I-40 is where you could see some issues over there. Already a heavily traveled area. All right, we'll come back to this map. We'll revisit everything for you here in just a little bit. Do want to take a moment, though, and get you up to date on some projects that are going on that you need to watch out for. One of which you can find some information right here on our website at WAT.com. And this is going to be for those of you driving in Granger County. You've got a month-long lane closure along State Route 131. And this is all going to start up for you on Monday. That 1 lane will be closed near James West Lane. This is in the Washburn area. Crews are going to be constructing some tie-ins for the roadway's new alignment. When that's complete, 1 lane will be closed just north of Epperson Road. Drivers in the area urge obviously to expect the delays. Use extreme caution. You're going to have crews out there. TDOT plans to use temporary traffic signals to help direct the traffic through that work zone. Again, you're only going to be down to 1 lane. Construction requires lane closures that's expected to be finished on or before the 9th of February. So you're talking right around a month's time, again, as we said on this one. So you can read more about it by going to WAT.com. Matter of fact, this is the article. So if you live in Granger County or you drive through this area of 131 in Washburn, we've got the map for you there. We've got all the information that you need to know as far as the dates and, of course, the interchanges that are going to be impacted as the project progresses over the next month. But look for this, drivers in Granger County to face month-long lane closure on State Route 131. Also, I want to get you up to date on a project in Sevier County. They're building a sidewalk on Middle Creek Road. This is set to open at the end of the month. So you're looking at, around 2.5, 3 weeks here. Drivers in the area need to be prepared for delays, changing traffic patterns. You're going to have workers there, equipment as well. So yeah, they're working on a sidewalk, but at times they may be coming in and out of the roadway, maybe even blocking a shoulder, part of a lane. So again, watch for that. But again, this is a sidewalk on Middle Creek Road in Sevierville. But hopefully they'll have this wrapped up by the end of the month. That is the plan, at least. Of course, everything's going to be weather permitting. And then also just want to get everybody up to date in the Morristown, Hamlin County area. This wrapped up months ahead. It's a roundabout. We told you about it on 6 News. The intersection was closed in December. The project was expected to take several months, but we didn't have a lot of rain. We've heard the storm team talking about drought conditions. Well, maybe this is one situation where that was a good thing because we didn't have a lot of rain and crews were actually able to get this roundabout done way ahead of time. But that is in Morristown. And you can learn more. You can go to the Morristown City website. They've got information. If you've never driven through a roundabout, one of the best things to know, rule of thumb, the car in the roundabout has the right of way. Okay, so keep that in mind, all right, if you've never driven through one. But that is now open in Morristown, so some good news for the people there. That project is now over. All right, when we come back, we're going to take a look at gas prices. We'll check in at the airport as well. We're still going to go back out. We have some more TDOT projects coming up beginning Sunday and into next week we want to tell you about as well. So we'll take you around the area, get you up to date with that. And as we mentioned, we'll check back in on the cameras, some of the accidents, the rain coming down. We'll get you up to date. So keep it right here. We'll be back to talk gas prices here in just a moment. And welcome back. We're in the WAT 6 News Side newsroom. I'm Bo Williams. We're talking traffic and gas prices. We want to get everybody up to date on how gas prices are shaping up on this Friday as you head into the weekend. So we're going to take a look at AAA here for a moment. So let's bring in the AAA map. First, we'll take a look at the country in case you're doing some traveling. Also, kind of want to give you an idea of how Tennessee compares to the rest of the nation. We say it every week. We're going to say it again. Darker the blue, better off you are when it comes to gas prices. Light blue's not bad, white's pretty much average, and then when you get into those light reds, the pink, and the dark reds, that's when you're going to be paying above average as far as the country's concerned for gas prices. So Tennessee jumps right out at you here. I mean, we are in the dark blue, and you can see 244, 245. Right in that area is where we are as far as a state for the average price of gasoline. Around us, Kentucky, not bad, 253. Virginia right now is at 271. North Carolina, 266. South Carolina is at 255. Georgia, you're going to pay around 268. Alabama, 251. Mississippi, 243 right now. Arkansas is at 236. Missouri, 242. And then we'll jump up here to Illinois for a moment, still at $2.91. But Tennessee is at 244. Had a lot of people also say, you know, it's great to see the gas prices going down, and then you use some of those award points wherever it is that you get your gasoline. Some people have paid closer to $1 for gasoline if you've been saving up some of those reward points. So right now, you should be okay around the state of Tennessee. Matter of fact, let's click on the state. We'll bring it up. You can see it now county by county. Knox County in that dark blue, 237. So again, the state average is around 244. Knox County now at 237, so well below, and you may have noticed that driving around the area. If you're heading up, say, to Union County, 232, so you're looking at about 5 cents cheaper there than what we're seeing in Knox County. 228 in Anderson County right now. 245 in Granger. Granger's usually one of the higher areas, but 245, not bad for them. 235 in Jefferson right now. Severe's at 240. Blunt, 237. You get the idea. Loudon, 242. Everything's looking pretty good. Monroe's at 242. Look at Meigs County, though, one of the higher counties in our area at 254. We should note Claiborne is at 248. One of the few counties in our area shaded in either light red or just red. So everybody else looking to be in pretty good shape. Cumberland at 238 right now. And then you get down to Bledsoe, where it is 251. If you're heading to Chattanooga, 239, by the way. Heading in that direction. As a matter of fact, we can scroll down here for just a moment. There's those averages for us again at 244. Yesterday we were at 246, so down 2 cents as a state. Mid-grades at 292, premium 331, diesel is at 328 right now. Again, that is the state averages. But we'll break it down even more as we come down to some of the metro areas for you. And let's take a look at Knoxville here. We'll take a look again. 238 is where we are overall. Mid-grade is at 279. 321 for premium, 322 for diesel. But when you go back to regular, 338, we were 238, 238 yesterday, 245 a week ago. So a nice drop. Then 255 a month ago. So there was that 10-cent drop to a week ago, and then dropping even more, 273 a year ago. So when it comes to gas prices right now, pretty good shape, Knox County and the state of Tennessee as a whole. If you're doing any traveling this weekend, let's click on Nashville. If you're heading to Middle Tennessee, $251 right now is what they are paying. So that's what you can expect to pay, $3 mid-grade, $340 premium, $337. So higher than what we're seeing here in Knoxville. That's usually the case, though. One of the lower spots is usually right around Clarksville. And again, yeah, $243 is what they're seeing right now as far as the average price of gasoline. But that's how things are shaping up as far as the state is concerned, as well as some of the areas, county by county for you. Just a reminder, you can always go to our website and look for this, for the WAT6 gas tracker. Great tool for you, depending on what part of town you live in. Doesn't have to be Knoxville. You can scour all across East Tennessee. If you're heading out of state, this is a great tool to have. It's on our website. But you can see it pinpoints the different prices for a lot of the different gas stations and convenience stores around the area. So if you're heading, say, down, well, let's see, if you're heading, I don't know, if you're heading east of town and you're heading out, say, toward Kodak, you can see there, there's a station here, what is it, 209? That's the Buc-ee's, 209 right now for a regular, 239 mid-grade, 273 premium. So it gives you a good idea, where do you find some of maybe the more affordable gasoline as far as prices are concerned. So this is great to have with you. We'll go down here and even it's got it ranked for you here, current top 10 cheapest gas stations in our area. So there you go. You can see the Costco there at 204, Sam's Club at 204, the Pilot 211. We need to get Buc-ee's on there, as we just saw, 209. So check that out before you head out. If you're on a trip, it's great to have with you because you're not familiar with some of the areas. You can take a look at maybe some of the upcoming off ramps and see if maybe there's some cheaper gas there, some more affordable gas. And then obviously, depending if you're in South Knoxville, north, east, west, if you're in Hamlin County, wherever, you can pinpoint some of the areas and find maybe some of the more affordable prices that are near you. But right now, everything is looking pretty good out there as far as gas prices. We do want to check just real quick McGee Tyson Airport. I know it has nothing to do with gas prices, but it does do with travel and your patience and not driving around the airport because there's a lot of construction going on there. And there's going to be even more construction coming up in the near future. So again, finding parking, don't want to dilly-dally at all. You want to be able to get to where you are and get inside, get checked in. So don't forget, right there on the front page of McGee Tyson's website, you can run down and get the very latest as far as the parking garages, the different lots A, B, and C, which ones are full, which ones are not. That way it saves you some time. You just go straight to the lot that's got the most spots and you can park there. Some of them even have trolleys that get you over to the terminal. Others, it's just a very easy walk, but just worth checking out there on the McGee Tyson website. All right, when we come back, we're going to take a look at the TDOT maps again. We're going to get you up to what's going on outside right now as the rain continues to come down. We've also got our TDOT sheet here, about 38 projects listed. We're going to run through some of these and let you know what's going to be coming up in the next week. So keep it tuned right here. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, welcome back, everyone. I want to get you up to some of the projects going on right now around the area. We've got the TDOT list here. As we mentioned, there's 38 projects listed. We've had bigger, but it is that time of year. They were rushing to try to get a lot of these projects done. As I say, rushing, but they were trying to push it a little bit to get some projects done before the end of the year. We're now in those winter months. Sometimes the conditions, obviously like what we're seeing today, aren't conducive for doing some of these road projects, but that's why the list is a little bit smaller. But we do want to get you up to date on a handful that are going to be going on right now and what they've got listed. We're going to start things for you in Anderson County. This is actually a map of Clinton, section of State Route 9 between Broad Street and Cullum. So you can see there's Broad Street for you, and here is Cullum Street. And there is North Main coming up for you here. It kind of runs parallel with Charles Severs Boulevard. This is more right through downtown. But you got some work that's going to be going on there. Watch out for lane closures. You got some utility work that's going to be happening this upcoming week. No times being given right now, but I would just say just watch for that daily, all right? Next week, again, this is in Clinton along a stretch of Main between Broad and Cullum. Watch for that next week in the downtown area if you're going to be traveling there or working in Clinton. All right, go to Cocke County for a second. I-40 West near mile markers 435 and 430. So really, it's the stretch of I-40 westbound just outside of Newport. Give you a better idea of where we're talking, right? But work's going to be happening there. This is going to be some overnight work. It'll start around 8 o'clock. This is going to be on Monday, and we'll run through Tuesday morning at about 6 a.m. So if you're going to be out on the roadways a little later or even really early in the morning, maybe you're going to be commuting back into Knoxville coming from the Newport area, or you know somebody's going to be traveling, watch out for some lane closures through here. Crews going to be out there. They're working on some of the guardrails along this stretch of I-40, but this is I-40 West between mile marker 435, 430, right outside of Newport. That will be Monday night starting at 8 o'clock. So those crews are going to be out there. And again, this is all weather permitting. Weather should be good Monday. It's going to be a lot colder. That's going to be the big change that we got coming up for you on Monday. All right, other projects we're watching for you. Now we'll move over to Knox County. This is out near Watt Road. Already a busy interchange right there at the Knox-Loudoun County line, but this is going to be more on the Knox County side. But watch out for some lane closures between 9 a.m. and 3 in the afternoon. They've got just what they term as roadway construction projects, okay? So they're going to be taking care of a couple of things. But this will be right in the middle of the day. So again, this is 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So what they're trying to do here is start up right after the morning rush and then hopefully wrap up before the afternoon rush really starts to kick in. But it's going to be right out there at the Watt Road area. This is I-40. And again, just to repeat, this is going to be I-40. Well, does it say? Really, it's right there at the interchange, all right? So I-40 also over at Kingston Pike as well is another area where they're going to be working here. So let's kind of scoot over here for just a moment at that intersection. And again, this is over not far from all the ball fields there, Bob, Leonard Park. But again, they'll be working here as well. This is State Route 11. That's Kingston Pike. You're going to see some lane closures through there. Here is more of where they've been doing some work as well. Dixie Lee Junction on those spots. So just watch out for some delays out near that Knox-Loudoun County line, out near Watt Road, also out near Watt Road, Kingston Pike, those spots. Just be careful. But this is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., so hopefully they'll be out of the way by the time the afternoon drive kicks in. But again, you will see some slowdowns if you're running errands or maybe you're just doing business during the middle of the day. Those crews out there, slow it down, give them plenty of room to work. A lot of development going on out there. All right, Alcoa Highway, no shock here, right? This project won't be wrapped up till about 2027. Live look for you through the TDOT SmartWay camera there. Wet roads right now going to be more of the issue, but you are going into that construction zone. You got to slow it down to 45. Officers will be out there patrolling. They're out there pretty much 24/7. But the area we're talking about between Woodson Drive and Cherokee Trail, so this is really where they're focusing. Of course, they've been doing a lot of work on the side there. They've had a couple of blasting events there where they've been bringing down some of the rock, trying to change the structure there, the side of the hill. Try to make things a little bit safer as they are working on Alcoa Highway, part of that redevelopment project for you. So again, more work to be done. There are still those rolling roadblocks that we've been seeing this week, going through about 3 o'clock tomorrow. Now the rain they may not even do those. Obviously, with the way the rain's coming down, may not even be an issue for you. But we expect those to continue moving forward as they are still working in that area. Still a lot of work to be done as far as building some of those retaining walls and just what they have to do on that hillside there to get everything ready as they come back and continue to work on the road. But again, that's Alcoa Highway right there near where they're doing all the work over there near the U.S. Marine Center. You've got a section of UT's campus over there, the UT golf course as well. But again, this is between Woodson Drive and Cherokee. I doubt you're going to see any type of rolling roadblocks in the current weather that we're having, but if you do, those will wrap up by about 3 o'clock on Saturday, those intermittent rolling roadblocks. All right, next up for you, this is our last stop. We're going to go to Roane County and a stretch of I-40 beginning Sunday at 8 o'clock and running until Monday morning. Crews going to be performing more guardrail repairs here. We're talking the area between right around mile marker 349. So it's really kind of in this area. I'll widen this out here. You got the Harriman exits, right? And that's going to be right in that area of I-40. But this is I-40 eastbound, mile marker 349, mile marker 350, somewhere right in there. So watch out for that. But that will actually start up Sunday night and then should be out of the way by the bulk of the morning rush on Monday. Again, the bad weather should be out of here by then. It's just going to be getting cold. So crews should be able to do this. But again, watch out for that coming up. All right, real quick, I want to go back to the main maps. Just want to check the time here real quick. Take a look here for a second. Still seeing that alert. This is right here near Lovell Road. So be careful there. We had a multi-vehicle crash earlier when we first came on. Crews there have been working. It's near Simmons Lane. So it's really between Parkside and I-40. And it impacts northbound traffic. So if you're heading back toward I-40, you could still see some crews out there working and see some possible delays there. But there you see it right along Lovell Road. Already a heavily traveled intersection, busy stretch of roadway. Throw in an accident, it's going to cause some issues. Taking a look real quick, we'll widen this out. Don't see any other alerts at this time. Just a reminder, you still have the road work going on in the mountains. There's a live look for you, the camera at Hartford, where everything goes down to one lane. That yellow you see if you haven't driven up into the mountains on I-40, that is the barrier. That left side's closed to traffic, but you've got that yellow little curb, if you will, because they've taken one side of the interstate. Now it's just one lane both directions. But right now, just some light traffic for you there. But depending on when you hit it, it's always good to take a look at the TDOT maps to make sure there's no backups, because it can get pretty lengthy. But right now, there doesn't seem to be any problems up there in the mountains going through that construction zone in between North Carolina and Tennessee. All right, that's going to wrap things up for us. Have yourself a great weekend. Be safe out there as the rain continues to come down. Of course, if you ever have any questions, reach out to us, Bo Williams at WATE.com. Otherwise, again, be safe, and we'll do it again next week. All right, take care.